Accredited by Guinness World Records, welcome to Archival Television Audio Incorporated, a peerless TV soundtrack archive preserving the audio from television's first 3 decades, the 1950s, 60s, and 70s, the golden and silver age of television.
Throwing to a secondary target or in a general area where it would be safe to throw it and yet not be called for grounding the pass, and yet he, eats the ball too much. I think since they picked up Myra from the Colts, that George Myra might give him a run for his money and might be get his long-awaited opportunity to be a first number 1 quarterback. What do you think of George Myra? Do you think there's a chance that he might have an opportunity to unseat Greasy?
Well, Bob Woolf wants to say something, but personally, I don't think he will. I think Greasy's a good ball player. Remember, they threw him to the Lions right away. He's
right.
And the quarterback is the key to the team, and they did awfully good last year. Well, I want to ask you, how did they feel down there about the loss of Theismann?
Oh, very sad, sir. Jerry, I think Theismann would have given Greasy even a stronger battle for the position because he proved his ability under high pressure, according to Schuler and other football notables in the Miami area, and great games against Southern Cal, with 100, 110,000 at a game. The guy never choked up under pressure, and even playing in the rain against Southern Cal, I think he won about 460 yards passing.
Well,
under
it'll be
a
interesting.
very situation of duress.
It'll be interesting to see what happens with Myra, because a lot of teams did pass on Myra.
Well, I'm
they were
afraid
very
George
surprised when Don Shula did pick him up, but I must have to say that I'm a great admirer of Shula's, and I think that whenever he makes a step, that he sees things that maybe other people don't see.
I concur. I think I'm afraid, being a long-time admirer of Myra, being a regular quarterback for the U of Miami, I think he was a tremendous competitor and an opportunist. But unfortunately, rusting away in the bench for 6 or 7 years, I think he may have completely lost his touch. I hope I'm wrong.
Yes, sir. The summer is coming, and a lot of people are thinking of Miami and Miami Beach at this time of the year. Would you like to give a little commercial?
Would I give a commercial on Miami Beach or Miami?
Yeah.
All I can say is...
You know what I liked about it? I was only down there once.
Sure.
But they have 4-legged animals that run around an oval. And people buy tickets, funny little tickets for money, and they run around, and it's a lot of fun.
Well, they have summer deals on that. The summer 4-legged meets. They have the summer deal. Last year, for the first time, now they have a new plant by... I'm trying to think of the guy that's developed the new plant. I think it's Bill Daly. But anyway...
Calder Downs?
Calder, yeah, Calder. That's what I should have said, Calder. I forgot, Frank Calder.
Right.
But what I'm trying to say is I think summer thoroughbred... races will go over very big this summer because they have a new modern plant, air-conditioned, and the seats, all the seats there are in a building about 6 stories high and air-conditioned, and people can see the races with comfort.
I like that part of Miami, but I didn't like, there was a lot of single girls down there. I don't know exactly what they do for a living, but they come out late at night, and they're very friendly, and I think the city should get rid of them.
How come
I agree.
That problem, Eddie?
The clip artists, the big girls. However, I will say this, I think it's full of a lot of lovely single girls.
Yes.
That if you meet under the right circumstances, that it would be a very pleasurable experience.
Well, tell me, do you hear the program loud and clear down there?
Your program?
Yeah.
I'll be honest with you, I never heard your program down here. I've been in Brockton about, 4 or 5 days, and I've been listening to your program.
You're calling from Brockton? We thought you were calling from Miami.
Yeah.
No, I'm a visitor from Miami on vacation.
And you went to Brockton?
Well, it sounds funny. My son is in the Coast Guard. He's a chief warrant officer in the Coast Guard. 4 daughters, 4 grandchildren. But regardless of whether I'm calling from Miami or Brockton, I'm still an intensive sports enthusiast.
Right. Do you ever listen to Luther Revan's show down there?
Oh, yeah, Luther. I don't know him personally, but I feel like I know him. I've been reading and listening to him for about 30 years.
Right.
Luther is great.
What do you do down in Miami?
I'm an appliance salesman. I've been in the firm of Burdines Incorporated for 31 years. I'm ready to retire in another 11 months.
If you mention the name, we have to send you a bill for $75.
Right. I'll tell you what I am, though. I mean, not only am I a sports enthusiast from the viewpoint of reading about it or seeing it, but I play in the senior tennis tournaments. I've been playing tennis for about 35 years, and, guys over 45. I'm 56, and it's getting tougher and tougher for me to play against them, but I'm a competitor,
Are you familiar with Chauncey Steele?
I've heard of him. I never met him, but I sure know of him.
Is a top-flight player in the seniors.
Oh, tremendous. Well, he generally wins at Forest Hills against Gardner, Malloy, or the like. But I did play against Harry Hoffman in the third round of the City of Miami tournament, this past winter. And I won the match the day before, a 3-hour match, a dog-eat-dog deal. And then I played Hoffman in the third round. I'm 5'9", Hoffman is 6'6". I don't mean that as an excuse, but when I lobbed successfully over his head, it went out. And if I lobbed pretty good, but it didn't go over his head, he put it away on me, So in other words, the guy had too much class and too much height and all that other stuff.
Ability.
But, like I say, I'm a bowler, too. I like to bowl. I bowl about 3 legs a week.
Do you?
Keep in shape, not let the lot get on, and I like to compete in sport.
Well, that's the way I've always run my life.
Right. And who am I talking to?
This is Eddie Andelman, along with Mark Witkin, Jim McCarthy, and Bob Woolf.
Oh, yeah. I used to speak to Eddie, and you're the gentleman to whom I wish to speak.
Yeah, we have a show called the Sports Huddle, and maybe it'll be on Miami radio someday. We'll be unemployed in a couple of weeks.
You might like to mention my name, Art Corby. What's his name? The guy in Miami. I can't think of it. Bob Martin.
Bob Martin.
He wouldn't know me from Adam, but I will say this. The publicity director of the Miami Floridians basketball team, Ken Small, is a very close friend of mine.
Yeah. We got to cut it short. It's time for news. We have to go.
Oh, yeah.
But we're on until 12 o'clock tonight, and I just hope you get to see the beautiful gardens out in Brockton.
Will do. I'll see anything that has to do with sports or with culture, anything.
Okay, kid.
Sure enjoyed talking to you.
So long.
Right, bye.
The Spirit of New England, WBZ Boston, Group W, Westinghouse Broadcasting. It's 45 degrees in Boston. Tonight's low will be in the 40s. I'm Streeter Stewart reporting the 11 o'clock news. It's Sunday evening, and this is BZ Sports Huddle.
Welcome back to the Sports Huddle. My name is Eddie Andelman, along with my pals Mark Witkin, Jim McCarthy, legal representative of Superfoot, Robert Woolf, and a couple of nice new friends that we've met, Danny Suhu and George Joe, both from China Bridge out in Avon, and we've had a lot of fun, and we've also had several Chinese sports fans who got through, and they really are great Red Sox fans especially. 254-5678 is the number, the area code 617. And tonight's call-in question, who is Abner McGoo? Now, you all should know that. Right now, you're on WBZ in the Sports Huddle.
Hello, Eddie?
Yes.
I really hate the Giants.
I'm glad for you.
Yeah, and I'd like to tell you about this experience of mine. I really didn't realize the power of hating the Giants until I was in the hospital last week, you see. And hating them really cheered me up so that they released me a day early, you see.
I hope it was nothing serious.
No, it was just a little surgery. And I'd like to read, can I sing you this song that I wrote there?
Yes.
Okay. When the Giants come home in last place, we will celebrate. We will all get together and have a parade. The score of which we will always dream. The past 31, the Giants 3, and the Giants in the season 0-14. How'd you like it?
That's really good.
You really like it?
You moved me.
You really like it?
Yes, I did.
Do I get a sweatshirt?
I'm sorry, but they're gone.
Oh, really?
Yeah, you know something? We had about 300 of them left and received several thousand requests during the week, and we just don't have any more.
Not even one?
No.
Don't you have anything?
All I have...
This is getting to be such a sad show. Can't we lighten it up?
Yeah, all I have left is a picture of Fred Cusick and Johnny Pearson. It's a brochure entitled "All the Good Sports Are on WBZ." It's about 3 years old.
No sweatshirt?
No. How'd you like an autographed picture of a guy?
No, that's okay.
Well, let me ask you this. How'd you like a car?
Yeah, I'd take that.
All right, I'll tell you what we'll do.
Yeah?
All right? If I dig up any more sweatshirts, we'll announce it on the air, and you take this number down. 41-36-29-06A8439721-000, and I'll be able to identify you in your note. Okay?
Yeah, well, anyway, can I get into more exciting sport like wrestling?
Yes.
I really don't like Bill Cardell, the way behind the backs of such great wrestlers as Beautiful Barbie and Blackjack Mulligan on his interviews, he always calls them things when they can't hear him. You know, if they walk away on the interview.
I've noticed that, and it's what I call yellow journalism.
Yeah, I agree. I really don't like the way he does that. And I think that they really ought to take action against him. Maybe they ought to put him in the ring with somebody.
Well, what they ought to do is report him to probably the strongest governing body in the world. I would say next to the Soviet Union and next to the Amateur Athletic Union of Luxembourg, the Worldwide Wrestling Federation would take prompt action.
Mm-hmm.
And perhaps even take away his portable microphone. Okay?
You have a couple wrestling tickets?
No, I'm awfully sorry. We got nothing left, kid. We're all sold out.
Sure you don't want to give me a sweatshirt?
No.
Last chance.
No, but if we have a going-away party, we'll invite you.
All right.
Okay?
Thanks. I'm sorry you're going off the air, by the way.
Well, listen, I'm sorry. We're going to miss a lot of people.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah, bye.
And again, I think we reminded the people in the beginning of the show, you know, everybody was impressed, including the station. We're very humble about the mail that we got. It was tremendous. It made us feel good. And no matter how long it does take, we're going to answer each and every letter because we like anyone who'll take the time to do that is certainly a friend of ours.
All right, and you're next on the Sports Huddle.
Hello.
Yes.
I'd like to say hello to Eddie.
He says hello back to you.
Well, let me tell you who this is. This is Bobo.
Oh, Bobo, my good friend.
I haven't called in a long time.
Bobo, I met your mother at the Natick Mall.
No kidding.
Mrs. Bobo.
Mrs. Bobo.
Mrs. Bobo Winokur.
That's right.
Right.
She said she met you and she enjoyed meeting you very much.
She couldn't keep her hands off me. That was the only trouble.
Don't comment. My father's listening, you know.
Well, she's only a woman.
No, hey, listen. The reason I haven't called you lately, I'm sure you're wondering why.
Yes, Bobo.
I've been studying. I have 3 exams coming up this week.
Bobo, knowing you'll fail them all.
Hey, thank you very much. I have theory tomorrow morning. Can you guys give me any help?
On theory?
Yes.
No.
Well, okay. Well, anyways, geez, I'm very, very sorry that you're going off the air.
Yes.
And I'd like to talk to you off the air sometime because I'd like to work up a special arrangement for you last night about a real fantastic send-off for you, and I've got it right in my mind.
Okay, you do it, Bobo, and we'll let you come on the air.
Okay, I'd appreciate that. Well, listen, I'll tell you what. I'd like to play a song tonight and dedicate it to you 3 men.
All right, Bobo, what about the orchestration of the Patriots fight song?
Now, that's going to be on the final show with this last thing.
You promise?
I promise.
Okay, Bobo.
Obviously, after these next 3 days, I'll be all done school.
I checked with Billy Sullivan, and if they adopt this as their fight song, he's going to take care of you with season tickets.
Well, I've got it ready, and it's going to be on your last show, and everyone will hear it.
If we can produce a kicker for the Patriots and a fight song for the Patriots, our work will not have been in vain.
Well, okay, I hope mine wasn't, because I work very hard. But tonight, I'm going to, on your show, this is the first time that this number is going to be on your show, and I'm going to play flugelhorn.
Oh, Bobo, it's too much happiness.
You've never had a flugelhorn on your show?
Not only have I never had a flugelhorn on my show, I've never had a flugelhorn.
Well,
I don't even know how to spell it. Is that with an F or a PH?
F-L-U-G-E-L-H-O-R-N.
I see.
Now, this flugelhorn is very nice, and this song is dedicated to you 3 men. Now, the name of the song is We've Only Just Begun.
Attaboy, Bobo, I like your
Now, it only takes about 50 seconds, so let me play it all, okay?
Okay.
And then I've got something else to say.
Oh, Bobo.
Here we go.
Oh, our first flugelhorn tribute to the Sports Huddle. Talented boy. He's a good boy. Octaves. Trained musical level like myself. All right, huh? I've always wanted to hold it real close. Sitting in the corner playing the fight song for the Patriots.
Hello.
Hey, Bobo, that was all right.
Hey, listen, I think it's about time I need a lawyer for all the money I'm going to make.
Yes.
So, tell this Mr. Wolf, is that correct?
Yeah, I'm here.
Well,
No chance.
no chance. No chance? How come?
Look, don't call me. I'll give you a call.
Listen, thanks a lot. You know why I played that song? Because the Carpenters are coming to town
Yes, they are.
this week, and I'm thinking it would help WBZ since they're back.
Well, BZ is backing the Carpenters, and next week they're going to have another variety of events.
Next week they're going to back the Winnetka Family Orchestra.
Right, and they're going to
Hey,
have the
listen.
Plumbers next month.
Oh, thanks a lot. I'd like to get in touch with you, Eddie. I've got a lot of things to say.
Okay, Bobo, I'm listed in the phone book.
Where do you live?
I can't tell you that.
Well, can I get your number off the air?
My office...
Boston, WBZ.
Bye-bye.
So long.
All right, you're next on the Sports Huddle.
Why don't you tell them what time to call?
Yeah.
Hello? You know, some guys just wait by the phone. They just want it to ring.
Right.
All right, you're next.
Hi.
Hello?
Can I talk to Jim?
Yes.
Hi. I have a... Hello?
Hi, how are you?
Fine, how are you?
Fine.
Good. You want to hear a poem?
I'd love to.
Okay. I love you, Sports Huddle, and wherever you go, I'll listen to you, be there rain, sleet, or snow. I'll miss Eddie and Mark, but most of all, Jim, for what would Sports Huddle be without him? And so in closing, I'd like to say WBZ will surely pay.
Well, that's very nice, and we really appreciate it, all of us.
Well,
And on behalf of the management, they thank you, too, for the kind thought.
okay. And, can I ask you a question about the wrestling?
Sure.
I have an idea for a match. Beautiful Bobby against Bruno Sammartino.
Well, it'll be an interesting match because, we have our doubts about beautiful Bobby anyway. And
no doubt about Bruno.
they might be able to get together, and we think it'll be a nice thing. Maybe they could be married right in the ring.
No, I think they would hug each other to death.
And, do you know how old is Verdue?
Question for Purdue?
Yeah.
Purdue, as a matter of fact, he's a graduate of Purdue. It's Verdue of Purdue in 1941.
Uh-huh.
Which would make him, 83?
No, he's about 55 or so. He's almost as big as his chest.
Okay. And, I was wondering, can I get a sweatshirt or something for the poem or anything?
Well, what size do you wear? Sorry about that.
It's okay, you're not going to know.
Okay. Ned, we got any smalls left? Yeah. Would a small fit you?
I don't know, I suppose so.
Okay. Well, I'll have to take a wild guess. Okay, hang on, we'll get you one.
Okay, thanks.
So long.
How come guys call up and they ask for sweatshirts and they don't get them, but a young lady calls up small or extra small and there's one there?
Well,
just why is that?
It's good advertising.
Yeah. All right, you're next on the Sports Huddle.
Yeah, who's this, Mark?
Yes.
Yeah, I'd like to talk about Jim Plunkett for a couple of minutes.
Okay.
I saw him on an interview yesterday with Clark Booth.
Yes.
I tell you, this guy is really inspired and willing to try, to make a team. And then I see this guy, Phil Olsen here, he doesn't even care.
Yeah, well, I think Phil Olsen cares about himself.
That's about it?
But I think he's the recipient of some very bad advice. I don't think that he realizes people, who grow up on the East Coast or anyway outside of California have some brains in their head, too. He suffers from the California syndrome.
They don't have any brains. I was down at Curry College the other day, and this guy Plunkett, he really looks inspired and willing, to try.
I'm sure he is.
He didn't look bad either, even though what they were doing was really nothing out there yesterday.
I like him because he saw the Alamo 6 times and enjoyed it.
Yeah, and he listens to your show, too.
That's kind of a deep joke. You'd have to think about that.
Yeah.
It's puzzling Jim McCarthy. Yeah. Remember which side won?
Yeah, okay, that's about it.
Okay. That's his brother.
You're next on the Sports Huddle.
Hi, did you see the game this afternoon?
No, I didn't. I was on an airplane.
Oh, did anybody see it?
I don't know.
Yes.
Yeah. Well, what do you think of the refereeing? Do you think it was the cause of the trouble or what?
No.
Do you think it was good refereeing all the way around? What?
I thought the refereeing was all right.
All the way around?
Oh, everyone makes some mistakes,
Yeah,
but by and large, I thought it was.
Well, do you think he was consistent in all his calls? I mean, it seemed he had a couple of boarding penalties he could have called, and then he seemed like he was going along, and then all of a sudden he'd say, well, gee, we have to start calling, and then he'd call a couple.
I thought he was consistent.
You thought all the way through, huh?
Yeah.
Gee whiz, I don't know. No, because we had quite a crowd here, and they, of course, there were half and half Canadians and half Chicago, and they could see the same thing, and they'd say, well, gee, the Chicago fans would say, boy, they should have called that against him, and so it wasn't against thing of calling against their one team, see?
Right. Well, maybe I'm just happy because the Canadians won.
Oh, well,
I still say the refereeing I thought was consistent.
Yeah. Well, hey, you excited about Superfoot?
Oh, no. Not too much. I'm more excited about Bob Woolf being a father again.
You are?
Yeah, what do you have, triplets?
No,
what's it, Bob? Triplets, Bob?
No, a little girl, thank you.
A little girl, huh?
Yeah.
Why do people always say a little girl, little boy? What do you expect to have a mountain?
Oh, that's
6 foot?
I wish it was.
You wish it was what, triplets?
No, saying 2 twins.
Oh, that's good. Well, Bob will expect cigars tomorrow.
All right, we'll have them at the office.
Okie doke.
Thank you.
Bob, you ought to pick up some of those, that you have at your office. You can grab for a quarter. Okay. And you're next on WBZ.
Hi, I want to talk about Don Earl.
Yes.
And the way WBZ is handling the Chicago-Montreal series.
Sure.
Guy Manila, during the beginning of the week, was sort of knocking Don Earl, saying he was a lousy announcer and things like that. Now, I'm not a Don Earl fan, and I don't think he's the greatest announcer in the world, but I think he's a decent announcer.
Oh, yeah.
And I think you have to listen to him after you listen to WBZ, the way they handled the Chicago-Montreal game. They had an ad every single stoppage of play, which I thought was pretty bad.
Well, listen, don't forget, there's hockey, the Stanley Cup Finals, and they've sold a lot of advertising. There's nothing wrong with that, as long as you don't miss any of the play.
Well, yeah, but see, the way they had it, you were cutting in on the announcers. So the guy's talking about something, and they cut
I'll
off
tell you, the problem is they're picking up a feed from another station, and the other station has, like, local spots sold in Chicago. So say it's like Joe's Restaurant in Chicago. So they're not getting the proper signal from these people. This is not a usual network thing. That's why they're cutting in and out like that. That's not the station's fault.
Yeah, but they were having like an ad every minute.
Yeah. As far as Don Earl's ability goes, listen, I think, these things always happen for the best. I think Bob will tell you he's lived through a lot of this stuff. They always happen for the best. And, a month from today, Don Earl will be laughing about this because he'll have a much better job.
Yeah.
And the guy tries, and he's a gentleman, and there's no reason why he won't do a lot better.
I think Don Earl's done an awful lot for Boston hockey, frankly, and I think for the Boston Bruins and for the channel that he was representing, he did a great job.
Okay, I want to wish you guys luck after you're off the air.
Thanks very much.
Okay. Yep, bye-bye.
You're next in the Sports Huddle on WBZ.
Yes.
You're on the air.
Jim?
Yes.
Okay, I think I'll talk to you because this is one of your favorite subjects. Carl Yastrzemski.
He's doing all right, isn't he?
Huh?
He's doing all right.
Yeah, well, this is what I wanted to talk to you about. How come now that they're winning, he's hustling?
Well, what do you want from me? What answer would you like me to give? I think he's playing great baseball. He's acting like a team ball player. He's talking like a team ball player. That's all we've ever...
I've been away for months. What's he been talking about?
He's been talking about the team.
Yeah.
And that's what all of us like to hear. And I think Bob Woolf would back me up on that.
Yeah.
But when you hear somebody talk about themselves all the time, consistently, it gets to you.
Yeah,
It gets to me.
You mean
when they lost a couple of games at the beginning of the season, there was pictures in the paper of him sitting in the locker room dejected, even though he had had a good day.
Yeah.
He was saying, I'm sick because I want to win the pennant. We got a chance this year.
Yeah.
That's the attitude he had in 67.
Well, you guys are swayed easy.
No, he's swayed by actions in the field. You got to call him like you see him.
Yeah.
How can we really put the knock on Yastrzemski if that's what, somebody would like us to do, if we feel he's playing great baseball right now? I don't particularly like the guy, not even knowing him personally.
Yeah.
But the fact is that he's playing great baseball.
Well, I always thought he played great baseball.
Well, so we thought he was technically an excellent baseball player. I think it's...
I'll be truthfully, I always thought he was a great team player.
Well...
And, which is more than... I also hear you guys rave about Ted Williams. I think you got lousy memories. Ted Williams, I heard Mark say one night that he thought Ted Williams was a great manager even.
I do. I still do. I think he's...
How can you say that?
Well, 1, intelligence. 2, I think he can motivate guys.
Yeah.
And 3, I think he can get the best of them from them. For example, guys like Joe Foy, and I think he's gotten a lot from McLean. I don't think guys will dog it under Ted Williams. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Last year they tailed off some at the end. That happens with professional teams when they're way out of it.
Yeah, well,
for my money, if I had a team and I could pick a manager to manage it, it would be Ted Williams. Because
you're not basing this on his past with the Red Sox, the man, and all that jazz, which he is, incidentally. I'm not denying that.
Did you see what he said on national television?
What?
Did you see what he said on national television before the game of the week? He's upset. Ted is upset with the way Short is dealing players off.
Yeah.
And evidently hasn't consulted him on the trades.
Yeah.
So they asked Ted what they thought of the Mike Epstein deal.
Yeah.
So Ted said, Well, we traded some players and we got some players, and it looks as though Short got the money that he wanted.
Yeah, well, he always said
So he speaks his mind, and you got to admire the guy for that.
Yeah,
there's
but
very few in sports that do.
This is what gets me about you guys. Now, you will castigate Yastrzemski over the years that he's not the team player and everything else, but if you remember, Ted Williams was not a team player.
Ted Williams was...
Yeah, I mean, you call him a great leader.
Are you putting him in the same category?
Pardon?
You're not putting him in the same category.
I certainly am.
You got to be kidding.
Yastrzemski and Williams
Couldn't carry Williams's
Bat. But how about his glove?
Couldn't carry anything as far as Ted Williams.
How about his glove?
Couldn't carry anything as far as he's
concerned. How
he was an underrated outfielder, Ted Williams was.
Underrated?
Good outfield, yeah.
Yeah, he could play the left field wall.
Well, he could play the outfield.
He had to play half his games there.
Yeah.
And talk about how many players.
Ted Williams had more guts than Kyle Yastrzemski will have in the rest of his
How
life.
about his leadership?
Great. The rest of his life.
Do you remember the obscene gestures to the fans?
Hey, did you ever make an obscene gesture?
Pardon?
Did you ever make an obscene gesture?
Not to a bunch of kids in the grandstand.
Well, he didn't make it to a bunch of kids in the grandstand.
Well,
he made it to a bunch of loudmouths in the grandstand.
Well, how about all the kids that were with the loudmouth?
Well, I don't, I'm not defending it.
I agree with him. I can't defend what he did.
No, that's
spitting.
right.
He was wrong.
Eddie, the guy's an emotional guy. Kyle Yastrzemski
But he's still
could never
wrong.
get that.
He's still wrong on what he
say
did.
he wasn't wrong. Yastrzemski could never get that emotional.
That's true.
There's no doubt he's much more of a leader than you.
But I want to tell you something about Ted Williams. A lot of people like to forget that who was the first guy that would work with these guys on his own team and hitting. And Ted Williams didn't have to get there at the ballpark 3 hours early and work with guys who had slumps or young rookies, young guys in the other team. Ted Williams is a great person.
And I never heard Ted Williams giving a trophy to the president either.
Yeah, okay. Williams is a great guy, no doubt about it. A man's man. He went to Korea and everything. A wonderful guy. I'm not denying this. But as far as comparing the two, I can't see you setting up double standards, because Williams was not a team leader, regardless of what you guys say.
They're two different types of men.
Well,
Ted Williams was a different type of man. He was a different type of ball player than Kyle Yastrzemski. You're not talking about two of the same types.
Yeah, that's right. They're not the same type.
You're talking about Mickey Mantle, maybe, and you put Yastrzemski in that type of ball player's class.
Yeah,
Yastrzemski. Not the Ted Williams.
When Ted Williams was 40 years old, he could hit better than Yastrzemski will ever hit.
Well, hey, I don't deny that. Williams was a great hitter, period. Great hitter.
Great man, too.
All right. Well, I'm talking about the ball player.
That's true.
Ability.
Good.
He's a great hitter, not a complete ball player. And Yastrzemski is a complete ball player.
Yeah, well, in Kyle's mind he is, too.
Pardon?
In Kyle's mind he is, too.
Well, you just need to get rid of that attitude.
Hey, look, I don't want to debate you on the subject. We can go on all night, and it's getting late. You know my feelings. If the guy's playing good baseball, we're going to say he's playing good baseball. We don't want to get into not Kyle Yastrzemski if he's playing good baseball. Yeah. But the minute he doesn't, he'll eat every word he said in the past 10 years.
Yeah. Okay, I thought, you like a little controversy.
Hey, you're all right, kid.
You don't mind.
We appreciate you listening.
Pardon?
We appreciate you listening.
Okay, get a great show. I'm sorry it's leaving.
Well, you're a nice guy. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, bye.
All right, you're next on the Sports Huddle.
Yes, I'd like to take a guess at your quiz.
Yes.
Who is
Abner McGoo.
Right.
Is he the nearsighted gentleman that is appearing in comic strips?
No, he isn't.
He isn't.
Very bad guess.
Very bad guess. Yes. He's a tremendous sports fan, this Mr. McGoo in the comic strips.
Right. How about redeeming yourself with some more sports commentary?
No, I don't think I can do that.
Okay.
I'm just a comic strip fan.
Okay.
Good luck to you guys when you get bounced off.
Okay, thanks.
Okay, bye.
Take care.
And the day is fast approaching. You are next on WBZ, but we're going to be here the next 2 Sunday nights until midnight. And I do want to tell everybody that next week we are going to have the most fantastic, fabulous show of all time. Because guess what? We're going to be right back from Superfoot with exclusive interviews of Superfoot. And we're going to have somebody from the Mirror and somebody from BOAC, and Bob's going to be here. And we're going to have somebody from the Patriots, hopefully Bucko Kilroy or Upton Bell or Billy Sullivan.
Are we leaving London Sunday morning?
That's right. We'll be on the air. We'll be on the air Sunday night.
Goes back as you.
And,
right. You were there this morning.
You want to have a side conversation, Jim?
Yeah, the question.
Yeah. Well, all right. We're on the air. We're not sitting at a table.
I want to answer him.
Okay.
Now, Phineas Fogg had some very interesting things. No, he had some interesting things to say about the international
Can I just tell everybody about next week so we'll have somebody listening?
Yeah, but I do want to tell you about the Liverpool. Can I tell you that before we go?
Yes, Jim.
Here's an Arsenal player out. He had a hold of himself like I've never seen in my life. He's so injured that I thought he was going to die. He's writhing in pain on the field, and the Liverpool...
Writhing in pain? Writhing in
pain. I'm not going to tell you the story then.
Okay, no, I'm not. Come on, I want to hear it.
The Liverpool's all at the top of the hill.
What time do we leave London? Yeah. No, it's really a good story.
Here's the international date.
No, you'll never get it. No, I'll never tell you the story.
Come on, Jimmy,
it's
please.
a funny story.
All right, no, I'd like to hear it. Come on.
I never.
Pretty pleased with sugar on
No,
it?
sir. I'm
And
glad I'm leaving in
Arsenal
the
beat
morning.
Liverpool 2-1.
And all the goals were in overtime.
And it was really a thrilling game. And I
Very
also
good
want
game.
you guys to know I have a ticket to cash that I bet at one of those turf accountants.
The Liverpools are the wildest crowd I've ever met in my life. They're crazy. They sang the whole game at the top of their voices.
What'd they sing?
Well, they sang songs like when this player's down writhing in pain and you thought he was dead. They're saying, show me the way to go home. I'm tired and I want to go to bed.
Did they sell beer at the ballpark?
Oh, yeah, I wasn't at the ballpark.
that's right.
I started for the ballpark. I was detoured.
Out of the 300 pubs you sent the questionnaire out to, how many of them were sports fans? Right now, you're next on WBZ. But let me tell you about next. Well, can you hang on 1 second?
Sure.
I want to tell you what's coming up next Sunday night. We're going to have an exclusive with Superfoot. We're going to place a beeper phone to him, and we'll have all the background information on the guys. You fans will be able to hear it first here on the Sports Huddle and WBZ. And right now, we have a station break, so don't forget, next week's show is really the denouement of the Sports Huddle, and you don't want to miss it. Boy, I never knew I was so literate myself.
I think you used the wrong word, but that's all right.
That's all right. And right now, Charlie Dinsmore is going to press the button that's going to give us the station break, and he's got his finger poised, and here it is.
You listen happy. You listen happy. You listen happy to 103. Boston's BZ Radio, WBZ.
The Spirit of New England, WBZ Boston, Group W, Westinghouse Broadcasting.
That's catching.
And welcome back to the Sports Huddle here on WBZ. Yes.
Fellas, I hate to see you go.
Well, we hate to go.
Right. I've been listening to you fellows since you been on that famous Brookline radio station back a few years ago.
Well, actually, you know, we never we started in we would have been on the air 2 years this June 21st.
On BZ or
no, we came to BZ in December.
I see.
So believe me, it's an accomplishment to be on BZ over a year, and we're proud of it.
You know, if I can speak about it honestly, I think that they are going to be the losers, really.
Well, I like to think that too.
I feel basically that it's not a financial matter with you people at all. I think that you people can, you know, hold on to your own. I don't think it's a contract matter at all. I think maybe a famous hockey team in Boston has had an awful lot to do with that, with your outgoing.
We've questioned the management on that, and that doesn't seem to be the answer.
It doesn't seem to be the answer, huh?
Right.
Well, BZ has plenty of money. They can afford to sign you people for a lucrative contract if that's what you want. I don't think that you really need it.
Well, let me tell you something, and I think I'm speaking for Mark and Jim. And listen, Bob's a close friend of ours and an advisor. This has meant a lot to us, and we're going to miss it. You know, it's being very honest about it, and you know, it's a lot of work, and we have to put a lot of work into it. But still, we feel as though we've accomplished a lot of things. It's been a ball, and you know, like we played calling all Chinese sports fans tonight, and you know, you can do almost whatever you want, and it's been a pleasure to approach life that way.
Yeah, you're the most objective people in the business, really, and you're not really in the business. You know, three of you are amateurs, but you do a fantastic job with it.
Well,
absolutely
nice
fantastic. I think that Jim may get it on Yastrzemski a little bit too much. I don't want to get involved in anything about that.
I've spoke to him about that myself.
I think you should get on him, Eddie. Hey, good luck to you.
Hey, it's nice of you to call. We appreciate it.
Okay, guys.
So long.
Bye-bye.
All right, you're next on the Sports Huddle.
Hello, Mark.
Yes.
I have a comparison for you.
Yes.
I'd like to play a beautiful Bobby and Willis Reed.
Yes.
First of all, Willis is going to follow Bobby's lead, and next year he's going to play in hot dance. And second of all, instead of the regular New York regulation, you know, fabulous New York Knicks warm-up jacket, he's going to have a red sequin jacket with big green stars on it.
Yeah. Well, I don't know what the Knicks are going to do next year when Willis's knee is all right. They're going to have to figure out another excuse.
I know. Well, it'll probably be a bad back.
Well, they've bought over 600. They've drafted, I know for a fact, 600 excuses from the New York Football Giants.
Well, Marty Glickman that's what he spends all his spare time doing, is thinking up excuses.
Right. Actually, what's going to happen is Willis Reed's going to have to marry Bobby Doohan's other sister.
She must be a real
Margarita.
Yeah. So, what do you think about the Giants? How come they do get the easiest schedule?
Well, we always thought because it depends on the importance of the New York franchise in any professional sports league, and also the relationship between CBS and the CBS-owned station in New York. And that's, that always comes out in the big New York audience. And that's what's on our minds, at least what's on my mind.
Hey,
Upton Bell vigorously denied that.
Did he?
Yep.
Well, I guess he couldn't really, come right up and say it. But, hey, I won you a calling question last week, and I wondered if I could have a few wrestling tickets so I can show off my brow power sign.
You won the calling contest last week?
Yes.
Well, then, have you got your prize yet?
No, it hasn't come yet.
Oh, well, it's because I haven't got around to it.
Oh.
I will. And we don't have any wrestling tickets left, but we do have an autographed picture of Bruce Schwegler in hot pants.
Really?
Yes.
But couldn't you
with
dig
his
up
barometer, with the barometer stuck in his mouth. That's right.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Couldn't you dig up some tickets, though?
No, we couldn't.
No?
No. Pay your way in there. It's really a great show for the money, and you'll have a chance to see the fabulous Moolah.
Yeah, but I don't have any money.
Oh, you don't? Well, go out and get a job. Okay?
Okay.
See you later.
I want to take that back, Bruce. We all like Bruce Schwegler. He's one of the nicest guys over here, so he knows I was only kidding. He's laughing, but listen, did
Hey, Bruce, Bruce, I have one. Will you come in here for a second? I have one weather question to ask. I know before we leave.
He doesn't know. I asked him what the weather's going to be tomorrow. I said, I don't know.
No, but it's
now
always,
we come on with a big spiel about a cumulus cloud someplace.
No, there is always one question that's bothered me about weather forecast.
I always like Bruce when he dates, goes up to his girlfriend and says, there's a 40% chance I love you.
Bruce, I have a couple of questions that I've always wanted to ask you. First of all weather reports used to have weather from Eastport to Block Island, and they no longer say that. Why?
No time. They just haven't got time to put it on the air, but it is broadcast by the Weather Bureau. We do our own forecasting here, but we do get that over the press wire. But to do a weather show in 2.5 minutes, they just haven't got time to give a coastal forecast. I'd like more time, but, I got to sell time, make money.
Okay, Bruce. Well, thanks very much.
What's the weather going to be tomorrow? Have we decided?
Hey, going for clearing. Last year on Mother's Day was 92 degrees here in Boston. Yeah, unreal.
Right. That was in your room, Bruce. Outside it was 30 and it was raining. Bruce is all right. I'm going to miss Bruce. And I'm going to miss all those assistants that he has, too. Sheila and Margareta and Mary and Marie and Joanne. And Kalana. Right. So long, Bruce.
Listen, can I ask you a question before you go? Did either you or Mark meet this? Did you see Albie Evans, who was also a finalist? You didn't meet him at all?
No, I didn't.
No.
In fact, I was surprised that the fellow that I saw kick,
Grenfell?
Tony Grenfell, didn't make it.
Grenfell couldn't hold it. Just can't do it.
Well, he just had a bad day, Jimmy, because when I saw him, he was punting 75 and 85 yards at a time, and he kicked a half a dozen from 50 yards right through.
Grenfell said to me, there are 4 or 5 real great kickers here. That's what he said. Now, this is Grenfell. He was standing there, dejected. He had a nice-looking kid.
Yeah,
6 feet.
He's a bank manager.
Right, yeah. Yeah, that's right. Tony Grenfell.
Is someone from the Boston Patriots going to be on the selecting of Superfoot?
Billy Sullivan and Bucko Kilroy are going to be on the selection, along with probably the fairest and most honest person, and the person that will add all the credibility to this judging.
Must be you?
Yes. Okay, and Bob, why don't you take a call? You're sitting here. I'm losing my voice. I have to say
this is Sports Huddle. You're next on Sports Huddle.
Hello, Mr. Wolf.
Yes.
I think Eddie knows me. I have 10,000 baseball cards.
Yes, I do.
Well,
you, Mr. Tops?
Yes, it was a real pleasure to see you the other night.
See me?
No, to see Eddie.
Oh.
He came out there with a he smelled a wheelbarrow full of baseball cards.
Oh. Was this at the Natick Mall?
Yes, it was.
I understand it was a real success over there.
Oh, it was a wonderful night. I want to take a crack at that quiz.
Sure, go ahead.
Would that be the valedictorian of Guy Manilla's high school class?
No, I'm afraid it's not.
How about the team dentist for his pygmy basketball team?
No.
Oh, can't win anything.
Abner McGoo is a name everybody should know.
Why don't you give him a hint?
All right, I will give you a hint. St. Louis.
He wouldn't have built the arches, would he?
No.
Oh. Did he sell hot dogs in Busch Stadium?
No.
Oh.
And wrong answers count against you.
Oh, no.
That's right.
So would you please send us in a sweatshirt?
I just want to give you one score.
Okay.
New York Giants 16, Boston Patriots nothing.
Well, who could ever forget that? And that was probably the smallest margin the Patriots got beat by that year to show in order how bad they were.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay.
Okay, Eddie.
Bye.
Bye.
Yeah, next on WBZ Sports Huddle.
Yeah, I have a story here that I think might interest you guys. It's a real true story about Bobby Orr. And, well, I don't know if you know, but one of Bobby's main business interests is a poultry farm that he owns in Parry Sound. And he has among his chickens one prize hen, which is winning all the chicken shows. So Bobby entered this hen in the annual Montreal Egg Layers Convention up in Montreal a couple of weeks ago.
Hey, wait a minute, kid. You're pulling our chain, aren't you?
No.
Okay.
And so, well, the chicken was expected to win as usual. They always won every show it was entered in. But during this show, the hen got real mad and angry. Nobody knows why. Kicked open the door to its cage, started squawking and flying all over the hall, started kicking the hens and the spectators. Then it went and kicked the judge. Well, the judge got mad. He blew his whistle and he pointed at the chicken and yelled, "Okay, number 4, 2 minutes for cross chicken."
I like that. I'm the only one here who likes that.
Yeah, is that worth a Sports Huddle sweatshirt?
That's not even worth a picture of a guy.
Oh, come on. I can't take full credit for that. Some guy called a Guy Manila the other night and read it.
Oh, great.
Guy said somebody should call you and give it to you guys. Thought you might like it.
Okay, we appreciate it.
Yeah?
Yeah, thanks a lot.
Okay.
So long.
You're next on the Sports Huddle.
Yes, I'd like to thank you for giving me so much pleasure in your Hate Giants campaign.
Well, listen, we enjoy it more than you do, because you remember I was the guy who was sort of in the middle of the road with the Giants, and now I tell you, I have never hated so much in my life, and I get half the English. I get half of Great Britain hating right now, especially soccer kickers.
It really did me my heart so good. I've hated them since I first, knew anything about football, and I just think they got the most homer announcers, the most homer refs. Yankee Stadium, the Mariners, they're all just awful. But I've listened a lot this year, and I don't remember ever hearing you come up with this vital statistic. And that is that the Giants, all this year in their 9 glorious victories, only beat 2 teams that had a winning record. and one of those teams was St. Louis. And the only team St. Louis beat that had a winning record was Dallas. And that night, anybody could have beat Dallas. So I just think the Giants are awful. I just wanted to say that. And again, thank you very much for, bringing that out in the air. And so many people are so grateful to you for saying that the Giants stink. And, you're a model for it, okay?
Well, I'll tell you something. There'll always be a warm place in my heart for any Giants hater.
Listen, you guys are the greatest. Also, I just heard you talking about Ted Williams and the Yaz. How do you people compare Ted Williams with Joe DiMaggio? I think about this because a couple of years ago in baseball's farcical centennial, they voted Joe DiMaggio on the all-time baseball team, leaving Ted Williams off.
Ted Williams played at Yankee Stadium. The home run record would be somewhere around 100.
I agree with that, 100%. In my opinion, he's the greatest hitter that ever lived. Now, a lot of people think Ruth, but I just think Williams is the greatest of all time, and he's quite a man, and I agree with you that he was very underrated in the field. He had a real good glove and a decent arm, and people used to say he was a bum, and I thought he was a good team man because of, as you say, he worked hours and hours on his hitting, and he helped anybody who wanted extra help.
Not any team either, not his own team.
Right.
I mean, he had trouble with, with the management of the Red Sox because he was giving hints to guys on other teams.
That's right, and a lot of
there was not one baseball player that you will ever meet, any place, that would ever have anything but the best to say about Ted Williams.
That's the truth.
I can't say that about the superstar.
That's right. The only people, in fact, who disliked Ted Williams were the press.
Hello? Hello?
Yes, I'm still with you.
Yeah, the people that dislike Ted Williams were the people that are what I call company people.
I agree.
Establishment people. And they so admired and were jealous of Ted Williams and the way he stood as a man.
That's I agree 100% with
you
that.
Ask a guy like Ted Williams a stupid question, he gives you a fresh answer.
Yeah, and you deserved it, too.
Right. One thing about Ted Williams that I always loved, he always said he loved baseball and he loved playing the game, and there never was any corporate antsy-pantsy. There was never anything about stocks or anything like that. I think maybe only once I've ever heard Carl Yastrzemski say he really loved baseball or loved playing the game. And Carl Yastrzemski, in his article in Sports Illustrated, excerpt from his book, talked money, how much he signed for, etc., how much he made the next year, and all that kind of stuff. You never heard that from Williams. Williams said he loved the game. And that, I think, is a real difference between the two.
I agree. I think probably Yaz is a better fielder, but he couldn't hold Williams' shoelace as far as a hitter because I personally don't think anybody could.
Well, I don't think too many people could hold Williams' shoelace in a lot of other ways either.
I agree.
And don't forget, Yaz is in this expansion baseball, too, where most teams don't have more than one decent pitcher.
That's quite true.
And Ted Williams played
when they were at their best.
16 teams, and everybody had a good shot. And all the best young athletes were trying to make baseball, not today like pro football and basketball.
Post-war baseball was, in my opinion, baseball at its best.
Absolutely.
They had the teams were all concentrated.
46 through 58 were the best years of baseball.
No question about it in my mind either. But now I think Joe DiMaggio, I could just get back to that. I know I'm plugging it, but I really think he was a great athlete. But I just don't think that over the years, if you compare the two, that he was as good a baseball player as Ted Williams. Well, and I thought that a lot of course, writers, I think, were very vindictive toward Williams, and 2 MVP ballots he lost by 1 point because one writer left him entirely off the ballot in the top 10. That was in his book. I don't know if you ever read that.
You must remember this, and not to butt in at all, but Joe is from New York. Joe was a different kind of guy. Joe was a socializer. Joe, was a pal of Toots Shores, and he was a different kind of guy. The writers would go to Joe DiMaggio, he'd talk to them. He was just a different type of man than Ted Williams was, and we all liked Joe DiMaggio.
Well, there's no taking that away from him. I think that again, I say it, and a lot of people disagree. I think he comes down through history as a better baseball player than Ted, but mostly because of his great press.
Right.
Not taking anything away from him either.
Well, he was a great center fielder.
He was great. His great arm too. And Williams couldn't, touch him in the field, but. I just don't think there was ever a hitter who was as good as Williams, who ever worked at his art as much as Williams did.
Well, remember, he was on championship teams, too, which Ted was on one pennant winner.
Right.
And Joe DiMaggio was on several pennant winners plus championship teams.
Right, and of course, some of those pitchers weren't too bad that Joe DiMaggio had on his team. Rassi, Ali Reynolds.
He had the best staff in the league.
And I think that really helped a lot. I don't think Boston quite had the pitching as New York did, but I just wanted to think what you guys thought of those two, because it's always bugged me that Williams got such bad press, and I think he did so much for so many people, and especially baseball. The Jimmy Fund, things he did for that, people never heard about. I just think the man is one of the greatest. And
well, he lived a private life, and he went his own way. He left and he disappeared. He'd go back to the Somerset or wherever he was staying, and he had his own private friends where DiMaggio and a lot of other people, they're socialites sort of, and they get along with more people. Let me put it that way.
Right. Well, I just want to say one thing. I know Chandler's article in Sports Illustrated, he picked his best team, and he had Williams on it, and I thought that was something because he saw them both too, and he wasn't a baseball writer.
Right.
I think Ted was the greatest. Once again, I just want to thank you guys. That you really gave me a lot of pleasure on Fridays and Sunday nights and everything, and I really hope to pick you up wherever you go.
Thank you very much.
Thanks for being anti-company man, too.
Okay,
it really does my heart good.
Thanks a lot.
Right, bye.
Bob, one thing I forgot to ask you, I suppose as a sports attorney, you must be kind of concerned about this merger.
Concerned that it's going to happen.
Right.
Well, I'll tell you, frankly, I think it's probably best that it does happen, and I'm more concerned with the future of athletics than particular athletes, and I think that perhaps it is better for basketball and all sports that they do have a merger, because the salaries are really getting out of line, and it's just bad overall.
Right. Okay, next on WBZ. Hello?
Hello?
Yes, sir, you're on the air.
Yes, this is Eddie, right?
Yes, it is.
Yeah, I'd like to know if there's any truth to the rumor that Weston Adams, Milt Schmidt, and the guy that wears the bow ties there, Tom Johnson.
I thought you meant William Powell.
No, William.
Rudy Valley?
No, Tom Johnson.
Yes.
Is there any truth that they're going to be part of the circus coming to town next week?
No. They're gonna do a show, though, I understand, on WBZ Radio from 10 to 1 on Sunday nights, called The Sports Establishment.
Never go. It won't make it.
Cost each listener $1.
It'll cost what?
Each listener $1.
Is that all?
Right. The first year.
With hot dogs or what?
No, the first year.
The first
Then we
year?
go up $1 a year.
Well, what about the hot dogs?
Well, I don't know. Well, they'll be at the circus, I'm quite certain.
Are they going to be wearing their big bad Bruin uniforms?
No, they will be there as guests.
Well, okay then.
Okay?
And good luck to you.
Thank you.
Right. Bye.
You're next on the Sports Huddle.
Yeah, I'm a Giant fan, and I want to thank you for all the pleasure you've given me.
You said you're a Giant hater, right?
No, I'm a Giant fan.
I don't believe that. You wouldn't be calling this show.
Well, I'm a Giant fan, and the only reason, the pleasure you've given me is all the laughs you've given me.
Okay, kid.
And I'm really sorry to see you go. Are you going anywhere else after this?
We have no idea.
You know what we ought to do? Let's turn it over to our attorney.
I know one place that we're going, and that's to London again, and a few stops in between.
It's terrible to see you go because I've listened to a lot of sports shows around the country. You know, and yours is the best I've ever heard.
Well, that's very nice. We appreciate it.
Yeah, and I'd like to ask you one more question. What do you think of the Cassie Russell Jerry Lucas trade?
Well, personally, I think that Lucas is he plays hot and cold basketball. He plays when he wants to play, and Russell has never lived up to his potential. So I can't see how it could hurt either team. Probably help both teams. Jerry will be in New York now. He's in the Big Apple, and maybe this is the best thing for Cassie Russell because he was a second stringer in New York.
Mm-hmm. Okay, thank you very much, and I hate to see you go because you really give me a lot of pleasure.
Thank you very much.
Where are you calling from?
Connecticut.
Oh, you got to take up the Patriots.
Well, I'm from down south Connecticut, and I'm a Giant fan, always been a Giant fan, always will be a Giant fan.
Well, you changed for one season, like Jimmy said last week.
No, it just changed for a couple of games. You won't know what it is unless you try it. You know, just try to hate the Giants for 2 games. If you don't like it, you can always go back.
That's right. They are so hateable, you will never know such pleasure in your life.
No, they're not hateable. They're not hateable. I lived around New York for 19 of my 21 years, and I love them all the way.
Oh, I'm
I love every team in New York.
Would you just try it for one game, one exhibition game?
All right, I'll try it for one exhibition.
Just try it for one exhibition game.
I got an open mind.
If you don't like it, we'll send you back the money of your ticket.
Oh, thanks.
Okay?
Okay.
Go on.
Thanks.
All right, you're next on the Sports Huddle.
Hello, Eddie.
No, this is Mark.
Mark, what do you think about that hockey game today?
I thought it was a very good game. I think Chicago will win, but I'm rooting for the Canadians.
The Canadians?
Right.
Why the Canadians? They beat the Bruins.
I don't care. I like the Canadians versus Chicago. I think Chicago has a lousy organization. I don't like Billy Ray. I think that he's insecure, and the insecurity that he has carries over onto his team. And he's always knocking certain people. To me, Billy Ray is not a class guy. To me, the Canadians organization is a class organization.
I disagree with you, but...
How come you
Well,
disagree?
I disagree with you that Billy Ray is not a class guy because he's emotional, because he jumps up and down, because he says things?
No, because he treats working men with contempt. Like the guys and the reporters go to get quotes, and he lords it over them, like he's a big deal. There's no reason that a man can't be courteous.
Did you think Esposito played a good game today?
Tony?
Yeah.
I thought he played an excellent game.
What about Dryden?
Dryden, I thought he played an excellent game, too, although he didn't have the pressure that Tony did, but he made some fine saves.
Well, sorry to see you guys going off. You have a fantastic show.
Well, thanks a lot.
Okay.
Okay. Bye-bye.
We're talking about Billy Ray, and what's Harry Sinden doing? How is he doing?
Well, Harry is actually, he's been out of hockey for a year, and I know that it's still very much in his blood, and I know that he really loves his job and enjoys it very much. And 3 teams have made contact, including St. Louis in this last before they hired Sid Abel. And up to this time, we haven't even opened up any negotiations. All they've done is make contact and find out if Harry was interested. And at that time, it was that he was not interested. But if I had to make a guess as his attorney, I would have to say that I think that hockey is in his blood, and that Harry Sinden will be back in hockey.
Right. I think hockey could use Harry Sinden myself.
Well, Harry Sinden had class.
He certainly did.
No, he's a complete gentleman. He certainly is.
You're next on the Sports Huddle.
Eddie.
Yes.
Yeah, sorry to hear you fellas going off.
Well, we are too.
Well, we'll miss hearing you out here in Ohio.
And we'll miss talking to you people.
Yeah, just wanted to tell you that the Detroit Lions will be going all the way this year.
Oh, I forget who I was talking to tonight, but I think there's 4 teams that have an excellent shot at the Super Bowl. I think the Vikings, the Jets, the Detroit Lions, and San Francisco.
I agree with the Jets there. I think that'll be real tough.
Right.
But the Vikings, I don't think they'll ever win with Quazzo.
They got Norm Snead.
Yeah, the change of scenery could be the best thing ever.
Absolutely, Norm Snead can throw that long pass.
Next year's most valuable player in the NFL, Norm Snead.
Norm Snead?
Yeah.
Greg Landry.
Well, I sort of agree with Mark. I think that Minnesota line makes a quarterback look better than they really are. And he's never played with this kind of a team before, Snead. He played with the Redskins and the Eagles, but now he's with a contender.
Yeah, now he can play against the Giants with the team.
Oh, so how can you even say such a thing?
What?
How can you even say such a thing?
Well, it's the truth. He hasn't been able to play against them with much before.
I know, it upset me.
And he only beat him last year with a lousy team.
That's right.
You can watch Frank Harris with that Detroit club, too. He may be a surprise up there.
I don't know. He could. You never know. Well, thank you, and good luck to you guys.
Thank you very much.
And if you get back on the air, get back on a powerful station so we can hear you.
Okay.
Okay, thank you.
So long.
You're next on the Sports Huddle.
I'd like to take a stab at the quiz.
Okay.
Was he the midget that played for St. Louis?
No. That was Eddie
Geidel.
Geidel. Yeah, Geidel. The start with a G.
Oh, but you gave St. Louis as a clue, right?
Right.
Oh.
Hey, you're a good kid. Take one more.
Oh, gee.
Quick, come on.
I really don't know what to say.
Well, listen, you don't seem like that kind of a guy. You look pretty good.
Can you give another clue, Eddie?
Well, the only other clue I can give, it has something to do with the old baseball team in St. Louis.
Oh, the old baseball.
Hey, you got 5 seconds.
Dum, dum,
It's going to be the question next week, too, if nobody gets it.
You still have 5 seconds.
Dum, dum, da, 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 dum, dum, dum. I don't know. I don't go back then, but I really couldn't tell you.
Okay, thanks for calling.
Okay, dog.
All right, you're next on the Sports Huddle.
Hello, is this Mark?
Yes, it is.
Mark, I can't believe that you're actually rooting for Montreal.
Hey, I've got nothing against the Montreal Canadiens. If the Bruins couldn't beat them, good luck to the Canadians. I like the spirit that the Canadians showed.
The thing is that I've watched Montreal for the last few games.
Yeah.
I've never seen such a dirty player in my entire life as John Beliveau and John Ferguson.
Well, I can't agree with you there. They do a little rough stuff. I think Henri Richard knows how to use his weight too, and I think they used it against the Bruins. But the thing was, the Bruins are the big bad Bruins. You know, why didn't they fight back? I liked the way the Canadians came out and just handled the Bruins. I was rooting for the Bruins, but that doesn't mean I have to hate the Canadians now. I don't like Chicago. I lived in Chicago for 3 years. I didn't like the Blackhawks then. I like Bobby Hull very much. But to me, their organization doesn't show anything.
I think you have to admire the Canadians even today when they were down 2-0, and they were down 2 games, nothing, and down 2-0 in goals, and they come back fighting, and they could have collapsed right then and there.
Exactly, Bob. And they could have collapsed against the Bruins. They lost the first game against the Bruins, and then they were behind. They show a lot of heart.
Yeah, but don't you think that John Beliveau and especially John Ferguson are allowed to carry the sticks a little high without any penalties being called?
No, I don't think they're getting any benefit in the playoff series. I think that might happen for Beliveau during the regular season, like Orr gets a break, and like Gordie Howe got a break, and sometimes Hull gets a break.
Okay.
Stars are treated that way.
Well, I'm sorry to see you go, and I think you really got a great show.
Thanks a lot for your good words.
Okay, thank you.
Anyone that's left hanging on the line will be glad to say hello to after the show, as we do all the time. And sorry you couldn't get on the Sports Huddle tonight. I want to take this opportunity of thanking Bob Woolf, first of all, for the work that you've done on Superfoot so far and what you're going to do for us in the future. And we'll be going over to London with Bob this week. And we'll all be on the air next Sunday night at 8 o'clock with Superfoot, so it really should be exciting. I also want to thank Danny Suhu and George Joe from China Bridge in Avon for coming here, and we weren't surprised that an awful lot of Chinese fans did get through because they love their sports too. And I want to say that next week's question will also be, who is Abner McGoo? It has something to do with the St. Louis Browns. That's the only hint that we can give you. And we're on for 2 more weeks. And I do want to again just say once more, thanks very much to everybody who's written to the station and to us and to express your feelings. And no matter how long it takes, we're certainly going to get along to see it, to write to everybody a personal note. And thanks a million.
Autographed pictures of the Bruins management dancing around the maypole with great happiness will soon be available with each and every new subscription to the Stockton Almanac, the official magazine of Pittsburgh reporters.
The formation of a new advertising agency by Johnny Hop, Skip Lockwood, Johnny Green, and Mike Epstein will be known as Hop, Skip, Jump, and Epstein.
Tonight's mystery sporting term was, all the good sports except the Sports Huddle are on WBZ. Since no caller got it, $50 will be removed from the giant jackpot and donated to the committee to help keep the memory of Gerhard Schwedes alive.
Network Ned Foster produced tonight's Sports Huddle show while contemplating in his own mind whether or not it's really true that there's no business like show business.
The Massachusetts Department of Sanitation has announced that their entry in the National Dump of the Year competition, to be held later this month in New York, will be for the 32nd straight year, the Boston Garden.
The now defunct Sports Huddle WBZ contract negotiations will soon be made into a smash Broadway musical entitled Impasse, featuring those two brilliant contract negotiators, Eddie Andelman and Cy Yanoff.
Carl Yastrzemski's latest book, I'll Prove on the Field, The Sports Huddle Is Wrong About Me, has moved up onto the best-selling list, replacing Gil Santos's latest bestseller, I Can't Wait for Autumn for the Start of Pro Football and Whaling.
The rumor that a certain Bruins executive has hired Stan Fischler to be the featured speaker at his son's bar mitzvah party has been denied by Red Sox Goodwill Ambassador Golda Meir.
In tonight's performance of the Sports Huddle, the part of the holes Upton Bell needs to fill for the Patriots was played by a giant piece of Swiss cheese.
And be sure and tune in the Sports Huddle next Sunday night right here at WBZ at 8 o'clock when, for real, Superfoot will make his Boston radio debut via beeperphone. Superfoot, New England football fans' gift to our team, the New England Patriots.
The Spirit of New England, WBZ Boston, Group W, Westinghouse Broadcasting. It's 45 degrees in Boston. Tonight's low will be in the 40s. I'm Streeter Stewart reporting the 12 o'clock WBZ News.